So I study social cognition, the inferences that people make about each other's thoughts, beliefs, attitudes, capabilities, qualities. One insight that we've gleaned about human judgment as psychologists from over half a decade of research at least, is that the judgments we make about each other tend to be driven by the thoughts we have at the time we're making those judgments. Diversity matters to us and guides our judgment when we're thinking about it, but it might not guide our judgments when it's not brought to our attention explicitly. If diversity and inclusion is something that you really want to tackle in your group, you have to make sure that it's on top of people's mind when you're making the decision. People tend to be egocentric in their judgments at the world. That is, I tend to assume that you view the world in a way that's roughly similar to the way that I do, unless I have some reason to think that you see it differently. And that can cause a problem in group decision making, where the intelligence that comes out of a group comes actually from recognizing and making transparent the variability in thoughts or beliefs or attitudes around the table. I think this suggests two important things for a faculty search process. When we get faculty applications, we rate those applications. And it's important that you give each candidate that you think is at least in contention some kind of numeric estimate. Rating on them as part of your process allows you to do something more constructive with them than if you were just going based on some sort of subjective evaluation. The second problem that it can help to solve is that by making people's ratings along these dimensions transparent and making them explicit, putting a number to them on a 0 to 10 scale, without making those explicit, you might be misjudging what your faculty colleagues are thinking. And that can lead to mistakes where you overlook candidates that the group would be in favor of if only you had made their judgments explicit. Then each faculty member or each person on the committee should evaluate each of those candidates alone on those attributes and give them a numeric ranking. Once everybody has judged a candidate along dimensions that you care about, then the group decision is much simpler. Then you basically have a math problem. Math can also help you if you think these attributes should be weighted differently. If you think research is more important than teaching, say, well, then you can factor that into the weighted average that you take for a given candidate.